How to get photography clients. So you're looking for more photography clients. What do you need to do? What's your basic business and marketing plan? I'm going to give you with that all now. In terms of first place to start is I hate leaving money on the table. So work with what is already working for you and do more of the same. So if you get recommended by contacts, keep asking for recommendations. If you get people from your website, work on improving your website. So work on what's already working already. For sending emails, send more emails, send different emails, test different formats. Optimize your website and make sure that on every page there's calls to action, and we'll go into that in a bit more detail, and optimize your conversion process. Now, the first thing for you to understand is, as a photography business, whilst people might go looking for photographers, it's one of those businesses that they're not always going to say yes immediately, buy now. So you just have to do a bit more than your competition to get people to get in touch with you. Now, most photography websites, I'm afraid to say, if you look around, they're pretty much all the same. Loads and loads of photos, as you'd expect. And the problem with that is, if you only have photos and no words, Google's never going to send you any traffic. And on top of that, if you just have photos, people look at those and leave your website without taking action. What you have to do as a marketing DNA nurture business, and I'll put the link in for what this means more, is the most important thing for you to do is to grow your email list with prospects. Because if they're not ready to buy now, if they're looking around thinking they've got a wedding coming up or they want to do a baby photo shoot, you need to make sure that you're the one that keeps in touch with them. So the most important thing for you is to offer at least the minimum a brochure download from your website. Now, the brochure doesn't have to be any more complicated than what is already on your website, with lots of client reviews, but all in one tidy PDF document. The reason that's important is because as soon as you have that, then at least once every month you can email those people, remind them you exist, tell them of any special events you've got coming up, places you're going to be, events you're going to be at, so that you get another chance of meeting them and becoming their trusted photographer. So that is massive. Understanding that, if you understand that, you'll be ahead of 95% of your competition, because if you look around, I can tell you most of them do not have any ability to download a brochure from their website. You can be clever on that and say, how do you choose the perfect photographer? But you don't need to be, in my experience. Just having a brochure download will be enough. So that's the first thing. Next thing is, again, as I said, lots of photos on a photography website, but often not many words, and that means no one's really Google's not going to send you traffic. So you can have two different sections. You can have lots of portfolio pictures, but you should also have pages that talk about your services. So you should at least have a wedding photography page if you do that. You should have a headshot photography page if you do that. You should have a child photography page if you do that, because each of those pages has to have enough content on it to tell Google what you're all about, how you help and how you're different. Enough client reviews for Google to say, oh, look, we're looking for a baby photographer in Bicester. Look, you're in Bicester and you've got a page about baby photography. Let's send you that traffic. When you have those pages, you need to make sure that you then have talking calls to action. Now, most people will just have a contact us button if you're lucky. Otherwise, they expect people to go up and find the contact button. You shouldn't be doing that. What you should be doing is, if you manage to engage someone on this page and say, my photo baby shoots are particularly good because A, B, C, this is the feedback I get. Would you like to find out more about a baby photo shoot? Yes, please call us on this number, click here to live chat, or complete a free online inquiry. Alternatively, download your brochure. So you talk to your visitor as you will talk to a real life human being prospect. So often that doesn't happen. On the bottom of the page, contact us. You've lost all of that dialogue, has been wasted. So make sure you have talking calls to action. Encourage your prospect to get in touch with you. And your marketing plan, when you get this right, when you've optimized your website, make sure it's got pages targeting the keywords you want to be found for. Is as simple as do a weekly article. And I know for a photographer, that's like, oh, words aren't my thing. You can outsource that. There's people on Fiverr and Upwork. But the article needs to be keyword targeted, going after a particular set of keywords. I talk more about this in my cheat sheet, which I'll give you the link for on this video page. And then send at least, ideally, a weekly. If you feel uncomfortable with that, a monthly. All I can promise you is difference between weekly and monthly emails to your list is probably at least 5 figures, if not 6 figures on your bottom line. So I know you're a specialist, you're a photographer, and you want to focus on the quality of your work, but if you want to do that as well as make serious income and feed your family and have a good time, then a weekly email will make a massive difference there. And it can be as simple as just talking about the photo shoots you've done this week, the happy clients you've had, what you've got coming up. It doesn't have to be War and Peace. It shouldn't be long. It shouldn't be shoved full of images because they will get sucked out by the spam filters. It should be just a few words ideally, and a reply to this email if you'd like to find out more. And finally, once you've added that article on your website with a brochure download at the bottom, post on LinkedIn linking that to your website in the comments. That, if you follow it weekly, consistently, will produce all the clients you want. I know that because I've done this time and time again for clients in all sectors, photography and otherwise. On top of this, if you want to speed things up, you can of course go networking. If you're a business photographer, you will get work from business networking events and joining regular networking groups. And if you have money in the bank already, Google Ads will get you more inquiries instantly. The other thing to say, a few more things. Don't put your prices on your website. Get people to make a free inquiry, get a free quotation. If they see your prices, they can instantly price shop you against someone else. If you don't have what I call the meaningful conversation, you've got no chance of getting the work. So if you find at the moment you get traffic to your website but no inquiries because your prices are all over it, that's why. If you have an online calendar booking for a call, take it off, get people on your email list first. I promise you that will work for you much better. People that book straight from website generally haven't bought into you, so they might not turn up, and they certainly don't value what you're doing. Get them on your email list, nurture that relationship, marketing DNA nurture, build it with them, and you will get inquiries. Obviously, lots of success stories, people that love your photo shoot, the happy stories from it, how many people you've helped, specialist memberships or qualifications just to prove your stuff. And finally, when it comes to content, I know photographers love lots of pictures, but I say you need content. Make sure you do your keyword research. Get your cheat sheet from there, which I'll leave on in a moment. And if all else fails, I have something I created called Project 1200s. And basically, if you did nothing else but made sure you had 100 pages on your website, 100 reviews on your Google business profile, and 1,000 people on your email list, and you follow the plan I've outlined for you here, you'll be as busy as you ever want to be. Most people won't do that, but that's all you have to do. And if you follow my plan in this report, just there, you will get as many clients as you want. It's not hard, but it does require consistent action, and that's why most people don't do it. But if you really want your photography business to get to the next level, doing this, I assure you, will make a substantial difference. And go grab your cheat sheet. Any questions, feel free to pop me an email or pop them in the comments below.